I might ruffle some feathers here, but I really want to know what you guys think. So since I've moved to the Houston area, right, I've had the hardest time finding a barber. So let me see. What do you think? I got nothing in my hair. I just got the shower, and this is my fade. Mexican guy did it. So he did a good job. This is straight, just no comb, nothing, just whatever. So, I've been here for a couple years, and I'll give you a couple barbershop stories of why I don't use it. One guy probably gave me the best haircut I ever had in Houston, honestly. And this is tight, but he gave me a good one. But I thought he was overcharged. He charged me $125 for a haircut. I go, dude, come on. I'm a white dude. My hair's already short. Come on. And he was late to come to when I started when I got there, I'm pretty prompt. I'm a busy dude. I don't have time to wait. He was late. So I was just like, and then he took forever to cut my hair. And then he wanted me to sign a wall. And then he wanted me to do social media posts. I go, bro, you can't charge me and ask for a social media post. So yeah, that was the only time I went to him. Now, I ain't gonna call him out, but he can cut some hair. Don't get it twisted. It was nice. Then I got recommended by another guy. I go to him. He could fade me up, but he acted like scissors was out of the realm. He was using clippers to do my hair and couldn't do anything with the top. I'm like, all right. That guy went away. Went to another. This was just a barbershop. I just walked in. It was a black barbershop. And I might have told this story already. Walked in. Guy faded me up again. Did not know how to use scissors. I'm like, oh my God, bro. What does it deal with black barbers and scissors? I did a sketch about it on one of my specials. If you go search my special, which one was that? I agree with myself. Go back, type in on your computer, Gary Owen, I agree with myself. It was a special that came out in 2013. I did a couple sketches before the special. And one of them was about going to a black barbershop and how they take forever and how they don't know how to use scissors. And one thing about Houston barbershops, it's almost like they saw that sketch and was like, yeah, that's what we're like out here. We're either slow or they don't know how to use scissors. And okay, so the one barbershop I went to that got me in pretty quick. The guy cut me up pretty quick. Didn't know how to use scissors. Now I'm leaving. I'm sitting there getting my hair cut. A dude walked in and starts just talking smack to me. I'm going to go, bro, I just want to get my hair cut. I'll be happy to talk to you. You want to talk sports? Want to talk anything? But you just come in talking smack. I'm like, just trying to get my hair cut. I'd never been here before. I don't know anybody here. I just walked in. And my one buddy was like, be careful going to no barbershop like that. Not that anything would happen like that, but just people freaking out a little bit. So now I'm leaving the barbershop. And there was a girl in the barber. She's one of the barbers. She finally notices me. She follows me to my car and tells me, man, you got to tell some jokes. You got to tell some jokes. You get your hair cut here. I'm like, I'm off work. And I'm also thinking, I'm not telling you to cut hair when you off work. Like, if I see you at Papados, I'm like, you got to cut some hair to eat a Papados. I'm just going. So that girl kept me from ever going back to the barbershop. The guy that cut my hair was cool. Most of the barbers was cool. Didn't know how to use scissors though. Was going clippers on my hair. Then I find this Mexican spot. I'm not going to tell you where because I don't want it to get overrun. But I found a spot in Houston, a number of Mexicans in there. Everybody I've seen in there has been speaking Spanish. Nothing but Mexicans getting their hair cut. Them boys are fading some hair. I'm telling you, the Mexicans are nice with it. They are nice with it, boy. So I was like, they're in and out, $30. Dude, they charge $30 for basically the same haircut the guy was trying to charge me $125 or whatever. They charge me $30. Every time I've got my haircut there like 4 or 5 times now. I give them $50. They look at me like I just dropped a couple thousand. They're like, what? Are you sure? I go, yeah. Oh, thank you. And I've got my hair cut by 3 different barbers. All of them was good. All of them. And let me tell you something. I went in this morning to get my hair cut, and I looked it up. I saw when they opened. I got there about 20 minutes after they opened. And good thing about my job, getting a haircut on Wednesday, there's not a lot of people in there on Wednesday. So I walked in there. This dude, I'm not lying. One dude was getting his hair cut. There was one barber there. He was on his phone. He saw me walk in and jumped up, ran to the chair, dusted it off, and then said, come sit down. He didn't take his time. He didn't act like, oh God, what are you doing here? He jumped up, prompt, faded me up. I said, straight razor in the back. He got the razor out of doing this. I was like, so, I don't know. The Mexicans are coming. I'm trying to think my history with barbers, right? Over my life. There's one in Pittsburgh. He's a Puerto Rican dude. My boy T-Robe hit me to him. Flawless. Get you in, cut you up. Puerto Rican. Boom. Oakland. The Oakland area when I lived in Brentwood, my guy over there, Mexican cat, cutting. I was like, fading people up. And I think he used to cut a lot of the Raiders when they were there. So shouts out to him. If you're ever in Brentwood, California, just, I don't know, find him. Anyways, Houston, I finally found the right barbershop. Now I will say, Cincinnati, my guy, Darnell, if all you gotta do is look up Joe Burrow. He cuts Joe Burrow's hair. He cuts a lot of Bengals hair. And Darnell's a black dude, so he's holding it down for the brothers in Cincinnati. Darnell, honestly, he's the best. He's the best barber I've ever had in my life, and he's out of Kentucky. Let me get the proper accolades. What is it? Accolades. Hold on. Let me go to his IG. Make sure I get the right IG on him. _ Darnell. DARNELLBONNER _ Bonner. Best barber I've ever had in my life. Best. He gets you in and out. He cuts you quick. Your fades are flawless. If you want to know where he's at 8459 US 42 Florence, Kentucky. So if you're in the Kentucky area, the Cincinnati area, if you're in Lexington, it's worth the trip up. Every time I go home to Cincinnati, I reach out to him and he says, when I saw you was coming, I knew you were going to call. I said, yep. So I'm like in Dayton in October. Guess where I'm going? Going to stop in and get a haircut. And good thing about Darnell is like, he deals with a lot of athletes. So of course, barbershop, I usually try to, it's funny too, because I'll call him and be like, dude, I'm coming in before the barbershop opens. I just like to get in and get out. And he's like, all right, come in. And I'll be there at 7:38 in the morning. He'll just come in and just be me and him. And we'll just be talking shop. I'll ask him how Joe's doing. And what I like about him, he'll give you insight, but he ain't giving you too much. He's not about to throw anybody under the bus. He's not about to mess up the bag, so to speak. So he'll just be like, yeah, I cut Joe last week. He's got get ready. He got a surprise for you. Wait till you see his hair. Or he's got an idea. He wants me to come next week. So cuts a lot of guys' hair, but it's good to talk shop to him. He told me, I'll tell you what he did tell me. He did tell me how the Jesse Bates shit was going to play out, because he cut Jesse Bates hair when he was in Cincinnati. He was like, yeah, he's going to hold out and he's going to play this season and then he'll probably move on. He called it the whole way it happened. Jesse Bates held out, came in for the beginning of the season. I wish he cut Trey Hendrickson's hair so I knew what was happening there. That's what I wish. But yeah, if you're ever in the Cincinnati area, Kentucky, look out for him. So, best barber in the country. Got my barbers in Texas now. And you black barbers got to learn how to use scissors. Straight up. Stop overcharging people. I mean, you straight up are. It's ridiculous. Come on now. I understand if you're cutting off dreads or doing some wild shit, but I think $100 is a little steep for a haircut. When you go into the barbershop, if you come to somebody's house doing a house call, that's different. That means you were inconvenienced. You had to spend gas, put miles on your car, and if you're in the barbershop, then you can probably cut 3-4 people on the time it took you to go to one person's house to cut. I understand going to somebody's house, but if somebody's going to you, how dare you? How dare you charge $100? That ain't, come on now. For a regular ass haircut, shut up.